as we unfold, so much to be told. Tune in every night, voices clear and bright, secrets come to light. Ride this wave of light, Nugget Junction.
Hello, and welcome back to Nugget Junction. Kibo here, coming to you live from the pulsating heart of the Urban Music People Festival in Cape Maclear. What a day it is shaping up to be, and we're only on day 3 of this magnificent extravaganza. The energy here is just infectious. It's a beautiful kaleidoscope of sounds, sights, and incredible people. Today is a very special day for our podcast, and particularly for our intrepid host, Cranston.
World travel.
Welcome. My name is Cranston and I am your host of the Nugget Junction podcast. We are in a very special location. We are very far from the usual places that you're used to in the Asia Pacific. We've taken it back to Africa. So right now we are in Malawi, in a space where you would never guess. This place is called Cape Maclear. It's about a day and a half's drive out of Zambia. So what we did is we came through Zambia from Dubai and then got a 4x4 and then drove all the way to Lilongwe through Chipata, go to a place called Mangochi, which is far enough. And then an hour and a half out of Mangochi, you have to then follow down to the lake to this beautiful, pristine location called Cape Maclear. Never heard of it. Absolutely amazing. You would have to experience it for you to understand when I say I feel like I'm at home, but I also feel like I am in paradise at the same time. And we've had a chance to interact with the local community. They have a system here of their tourism that is, in my opinion, world class in its own natural ecosystem, if that makes any sense. So we've experienced a few of the activities. We've also engaged with the local culture. But the main reason why we're here, of all the places in Cape Maclear, is because of the UMP Festival. The UMP Festival is a 3-day event where it's an amalgamation of a lot of African artists all over the continent who are here, one location, to give their best version of their national music, if I could put it that way. They are big artists, and I am very fortunate enough to be in the team for one of them, coming straight out of Australia. Shout out to Chisena, and he's got a new single that's been released. He's got an EP, but on that EP, I personally recommend the song called Lucky Me. I, kind of featured in the video, so maybe there's a conflict of interest, but it's a great song. That's why I was in the video in the first place. So that's one of the tracks that I'm really looking forward to him performing here at the UMP Festival out in Malawi by the lake in a location called Cape Maclear. Some of the things we're going to bring to you on the episode would be a few artists that we are going to sit down and have a chat with, find out what they've been up to, who they are, what country they're representing, what genre of music they're in, and how they kind of got here. I'm very interested to find out how they got here because we drove, right? So I know a lot of them flew to here, and then some of them were in the hands of the organizers, so they've got their own travel arrangements. But we will hear it firsthand from each and every of the guests who we're going to invite. Stay tuned, stay blessed. Nugget Junction, Cranston here. We'll see you on the other side. There's one side of me that you never knew, and I'll give a brief history. As you know, I'm a bit of a storyteller. Many years ago, I was involved in a Danish-funded non-governmental organization in Zambia, in an area called Mumbo, a game management area. And the project was donor-funded tourism facilities in a very pristine area so that you can help the local economy.
Welcome to the Nugget Junction, certified gold mine. Hear the stories legends tell.
I was spearheading the project for starting this. We were training hospitality staff and they were meant to come to this lodge.
Certified gold, out of sight. Certified gold mine, yeah. Nugget Junction, here we share. Stories
Because really the area was good. So I was very fortunate to be involved in the training program. So we were there when they were constructing this chain of lodges, European funded. And then our main job was to train the staff who were going to run those tourism facilities. They were not even quasi-government. They were not government involved, and they were built very well, but they were meant to be handed over to the local community to improve the local economy there with the people, access to finance, access to services, but also to present a phenomenal tourism experience. This was many, many years ago. I was specifically teaching food and beverage, a little bit of housekeeping in that space, and I had a really nice team of local villagers who were willing to wear the bow tie or to tuck in, and then they would have the courage to speak a bit of English so they can sell something, food, menu, describe. We did that project and we monitored it for 3 years. I wish that I could say the end story was a great one and we impacted people. It wasn't. Where we stand now, all the facilities are run down. The people are scattered. They're back to being herdsmen or farmers or cotton pickers. Even though buildings were built for them and training was provided for them to actually do the thing. So coming from that background, Nugget Junction, we're here at the UMP Festival in Cape Maclear of Malawi. It's a hidden gem. It's on the other side of Lake Malawi. I keep saying it episode after episode. It's not easy to describe unless you actually come here and take an experience from it. The gentleman that I'm sitting with, I will hold in very high esteem because I will say boldly that you seem to be winning where we failed. We had all the money, we had all the knowledge, we had all the facilities, but we failed as a community dismally because we thought the local community would be interested, but maybe they didn't want to be serving food, they would rather be milking cows in the village. So having said what I have said, it was easy for me to see the community effort when I was walking down the bay the whole time, meeting people, seeing how they do the boat cruising and so on. And then please tell us a little bit about yourself, your names, how you came here, and then more importantly, please describe to me how this association thing here works. You are the chairman of an association, so give a brief history of you, and then let's really double down on the chairmanship.
Okay, my name is Harry Dixon. I am the chairperson of Cape Maclear Tour Guide Association. Yeah, as association in 2008, we actually got registered as an association. Before, we were actually just scuttling individually, doing business on an individual basis, but it wasn't working out because there was a lot of, I would say, muggings. The tourists were getting, we give deposit to tourists will give you deposit, but you'd run. The guys were just going away, and we couldn't trace out who's who. So then the reputation got really bad. So then the government thought, okay, well, what can we do? We should actually get involved with them. We had a few instances. A lady died with some people that really went tour guides, but they were just people from, they had their own issues with.
Wait. A lady died. Was it a tourist?
Yeah, tourist. They killed a tourist back then in 2002. But then the government thought, I think that it's getting out of hand. So what should we do? We should actually get involved. So we had a training in 2002 around November, so that we could be identified that who is working in which part. So we had to share in groups between the tour guides and Julie sellers. So we have two departments where in the tourism services that we do tour guiding. Tour guides are tour guides and Julie sellers are Julie sellers, because before we were just all doing one thing. So that's where the reputation was going out, because we didn't know who is who and who's doing what. So then we formed up the association to be registered. So we had to register at a registered channel. We got a certificate, and then we had to group up. Like we started with 43 guides, but now we are like 63, which we added up because there's a lot of people want to work, and there isn't a lot of work along. So we are like 9 in every group, and we have 7 groups. So that's how we could recall, and with the lodge owners, how could they identify us and how could they recognize us and say, okay, they are working this. So if anything happens within the guides or the Julie sellers, so we know who it is.
So what's the relationship between the association, so the guides, and the lodge owners? Because some of the lodge owners are foreigners, no? So how do you manage? What is the nature of the relationship, and how do you manage it?
Before it was a bit hard for them to understand, because we've had a few different lodge owners in the same places or new places being built. So, but because they also have an association, Lodge Owners Association. So when we were doing the association of tour guiding, so we had to make sure the lodge owners had an association too, so that any problems that occurs, the chairmans and the executives could sit down over it and see way forward and talk about it and see way forward of it. There've been a few chairmans along before I did. I wasn't meant to be a chairman anyway, but
I'm very curious to hear how that happened. You seem very well spoken. I've had the chance of interacting with you yesterday. I think we kind of bumped into you the day before yesterday. You were meant to organize us some sitting, and you just said, yeah, no problem, I'll assign someone, So how is it? You already have the charisma for it. You've got the English for it in any case, because now it gives you the opportunity to communicate. How did you, and then you're saying it's not planned, so how did you stumble into this association chairmanship?
The last chairmanship, the leadership that was before my first trip, was they were having a few fight, it's understanding.
Internal wrangles.
It was actually in between the chairman and the vice chairman. So it was the understanding of each other of how to run the thing. So it didn't really work well for us. Even for me as being a member, it was not working, because I could see there was something wrong in their system. So I was actually I've been an initiator for a few times. Like I've initiated about five leadership, and I would help out. I was advisors. I've been an advisor for 4 consecutive leadership
terms.
Terms with my ex chairman. So then I asked a few guys to take it over. Then I could carry on being the leader, initiator, and then be still try and help out the way I help out with them. But then there was actually no one who got to take it over. And then with the lodge owners, I had spoken to them a few, like, look, I'm trying to put in these guys as leaders, and I'll help them out through the way I know. But then they said, I don't think it's gonna work, but you'll have to think proper. So I was like, so I had no choice. So I said, okay. I told my other guys because I am a chairman, but I have also advisors that also help me out, because it's not my personal job. It's not my personal thing. So we all have to work. The syndrome is that we all have to work as one. So
tell me something though. I'm also involved in something similar, where it's a not-for-profit, and you can't claim ownership. you may be in a leadership position, but if it's a community-based, you can't profit from it, you can't really benefit directly from it. How do you balance the relationship between you being privately and your financial needs and being the chairman of this organization that deals with actual finances, because you deal with the tourists and, as guides and also the lodge owners?
As for my personal benefit is, as I said there, we work with nine in a group. Mm-hmm. So I am also a member in one group with 9. So the benefit that I get is the business that we do in the daily basis. If we don't make business, that means we don't get anything. In finances with association, the association has contribution that contribution is for the running of the association, because the association needs a lot of stuff. We deal with, we help. We also have an initiative that we help out things like churches. We help out people like NGOs, some other small stuff. People, even us, we are human. We get sick. We get sick as a member. Gets a medical fee that goes there. We also, if a member has he or she dies, or a kid in a family, we have a family, which is me, my wife, my kids.
Yeah, like the first family. Yeah.
My first family have benefits. If I die, I get a coffin. We buy a bag of maize. We buy a goat. So that's what we give there, and then the wife gets like a 3 months returns from the work, because that group still carries on for 3 months. Then whatever they share, they keep. The executive keeps that money at the month end, at the day that the person dies. That we go to the wife and then give that what we've made at that time. But otherwise, we don't really get. There's, like, for me as being a chairman, I don't get a salary, and I'm happy that I don't get a salary, because it's the initiative that I like. I like doing it because I want the association to be the best, and I'll try my best to make it as best as I can. Yeah, so we don't look at the money as such, because I have a lot of friends that I get favors from different angles, but reality, the association is just what I've grown. I'll tell you, I've started being a tour guide when I was about 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah. So I've been on the system over 30 years.
When you're talking about the system, so we took the cruise the day before yesterday, I think it was, with what's her name? One of your guides.
Michelle.
That's Michelle?
My name is Michelle Zata from Cape Maclear. I'm the one of the tour guide to Cape Maclear. I'm one of a woman girls to work in a tour guide.
I know the tourist numbers went down after 2020, the lockdowns and so on, and it's coming up. So today, at least for this weekend, the UMP Festival, you're looking at local tourism. So even then, if you've got a few numbers, you don't really need internationals, but it's really a wonderful work that you're doing, and I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you can say something to the people who are watching, my Nugget Junction audience.
All right. This is Cape Maclear. It's on the east side of Mangochi, the north side of Mangochi town. But if you're coming along Salima Road or Days Road, so you come to Taka, where there's a road block, and then you turn to your left where you see NGM. You can turn to your first right. We have a better road now. Before we had not a better road, but at least now we have a better road. Then you come to Cape Maclear. Cape Maclear is superb, and we have a list in Cape Maclear. We have about 4 islands which we take people out to, and we do hikings. We do village tours. We do. Now we've introduced agri tour, where we take people out to see the farmers and choose out some vegetables out of that, and then do that at the restaurant, and you eat what you actually picked up. Yeah. So, and we have a fish processing, where we go watch fishermen do fishing, and then you go see how the fishermen, the fish processors do, where they do the smoked or fried or dried. So we take you on that kind of tour too. So we do sunset cruises, We do hip hop cruises. So we have a lot of varieties here too, and we have lodges. A lot of lodges and new lodges are being built too. So I would say, come give us a try, and you might not forget your time being in Cape Maclear.
As a person who has been physically here over the last several days, and as you know, Junctioners, we have done quite a bit of travel over the last few years. This one is a hidden gem that must be experienced. I'm adding to what the good man here has said. Highly recommend Cape Maclear. Until the next time, thanks for joining us. Thanks for sitting down with us and having a conversation about the inner workings of Cape Maclear. Who's doing what? This man here is the chairman. He's been the chairman for years running. There's another election coming on. I was speaking to the local community, and all of them had said that, you know what, we're voting him again. So congratulations on what you've been able to do, and thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you too. Thank you very much, everyone.
Red skies at night, sunshine, baby, gonna be home.
We are here in Cape Maclear, all the way out in Malawi. It's a beautiful place. Believe me, you would have to be here to experience it for you to really understand how overwhelmingly beautiful it is. But with everything that's beautiful, you also have the interesting side of it. So I bumped into this lady. Are you okay?
I'm great. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you for agreeing to sit with us. So I'm sitting with Naimah, who is a Zambian flavored musician with a touch of Lebanese in it. Am I correct by saying that?
Yes.
We welcome you so much for coming. Thanks for agreeing. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you now? Off mic, you mentioned how you started your musical journey. It was meant to be a disciplinary covert operation that did not work. It absolutely backfired.
It did.
Walk us through that just a little bit.
Well, firstly, thank you for having me.
You're most welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Naimah, and like you said, I'm a Zambian-born singer, songwriter, creative entrepreneur based in South Africa. And currently, I'm at the festival, UMP Festival. We're going to be performing today.
You're performing tonight?
Yes, I'm performing tonight.
What time is your slot?
I'm allocated 8:45 to 9:15, so 30 minutes of good vibes.
Here we are, we're all the way down in Malawi. How did you get yourself involved in this? Did you reach out? Some of the people that we've interviewed reached out to UMP. Did UMP reach out to you, or did you apply? And how was that process?
So I applied. I came across the call for artists online.
I saw that call out, yeah.
Yes, and I think it was in March. I saw it very early because the deadline was July. Yes, so I saw that and then I applied, and I completely forgot about my application. And then a couple of months later, I received an email congratulating me that I was selected to perform. So I was really excited because it's my first time in Malawi, and it's literally next door to Zambia.
It
so
is.
I feel like I'm practically back home.
I would like to correct the record. Malawi doesn't exist. This is Zambia extension.
Zambia Pro Max.
On the other side.
2.0.
So, at least you've got electricity, so shout out to Malawi for that. Zambia, no shade, but literally get no shade. Turn on the lights.
Apparently, we have the fuel.
We do. The background behind that statement, Mr. Cameraman, you may have to pan back, but so we drove here from Zambia. So I flew in out of Dubai, came into Zambia, straight into a 4x4, so we can do a bit of a road trip. The lady that hired the car should have warned me that there are fuel problems. But we drove and we went straight into the fuel problem.
They say you can't have it all, right?
You look like you got it very well done packed, so we may be rephrasing that.
Overstretched.
Yeah, we may be rephrasing that again. Tell us about your type of music. What's your style of music? Do you base it on a bit of your background? We were speaking to other people earlier who want to express their life experiences. Some just want to sort of keep the destiny or the legacy going from older music. So all they ever do is covers, and they do it really well. What's your seat? Where do you sit in this quandary of talent?
All of the above, actually. When it comes to my commercial music,
Commercial music?
Yes, so when I say commercial, I mean the music that I release on platforms, DSPs and those
Discord.
streaming platforms. I am a genre bender. I don't particularly do one genre or with one type of agenda or intention. So I'm a typical creative. And I think creatives dabble in a lot of things.
Yeah,
So I'm a typical creative, and I love the fact that I can pretty much do any genre. So I started out obviously with my influences, which were more R&B and growing in.
Like love songs, heartbreak songs.
Yes. Like I was literally like an old soul in a child's body, singing Aretha Franklin and
Those are very high notes.
doing my "I'm coming out," as a child. So I'm an
Wait,
old soul.
we have to do that again. Give us a sample of an acapella.
Of a cover.
Yeah, like a classic one.
I'm not gonna do a whole thing. I'll just give you like a snippet, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. At last, my love is coming home. My lonely days are over. Okay, that's about it.
We are totally going to have to watch her sound check and your main performance. Thank you so much for sitting with us. That was moving.
Organic,
Thank you
though.
for sitting with us. You guys are like super busy trying to find your way around all over the place. Plus you got sound checks to do. You got performances to do. We look forward to watching you and the performance that you're gonna do. We will record it so that the audience can check her out.
You
and
better.
We will have some links for where we can find you on Spotify and so on.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me, and thanks to your viewers. Until next time.
Bye. Yellow. My name is Cranston. Welcome to another edition of the Nugget Junction podcast. This one is going to be one of my favorite ones because no shade on musicians, but the DJs rock the vibe. So I'm here with DJ Boo out of Malawi.
Oh yeah, we're here. Definitely. We had the vibe last night. It was crazy. I had a good time. I was jamming, and then they say that the work is not supposed to be fun. But some people say it's supposed to be fun. I look at it as an office. I don't look at it as a party.
You're on the job.
Yes, I'm on the job right now, so I don't like people disturbing me. I actually hate that. Most DJs, they want their attention. They want the ladies in the DJ box. They want
Obviously. They
whoever.
want the glass of wine there at the end of the mixer.
You've got a very expensive equipment over here, and then someone is putting their glass. They're dancing. The stage is shaking. I don't like that. So I like to look at it the same way you take your office job seriously. If you've got a job, you're a CEO or you're a manager for a certain company, your boss wants you to be serious on the job.
Yeah.
I can be in the office 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. before I go for lunch, but then around 10, I'm playing solitaire on my computer.
Obviously.
We want to see work, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Productivity.
You pay for a service, you pay DJs to provide the service. You want to see them work.
All right, so you got me sold. Don't worry, it's a job interview. He's hired. But let's bring it down to who's DJ Boo. What are your names? Obviously, you're out of Malawi. Which part of Malawi? And how did you get into music?
Okay, so DJ Boo's real name. Okay, Tony Ntwana. That's my real name, Tony Ntwana. Because then Kwazi as well. So Ntwana is my dad's name. Kwazi is my mother's name. My mother is from Zambia. So she met my mom in Malawi. That's when they had,
made you.
Yeah, they had the event happened. Then
they made you.
I came about. So I'm the third born. There's four of us. First is a brother. He stays in the UK. He's been a citizen since 2002.
Right.
Yeah. So he's a UK citizen. He's been pushing me to go there. I'm like, no, if I can't, but he wants me to be a soldier. So I'm like, no, no time yet.
I'm not feeling any soldier vibes coming. This guy can't pull a trigger for his life. But continue. Number 3.
All right, but I could play a killer jam to save my life. Okay, I could do that. All right, so
let's keep you behind the DJ box.
Yeah,
not with the AK-47 and
okay,
God knows where.
All right. So I'm the third born, and then I've got a little brother who stays in South Africa. I've been in SA for about 13 years. I went there to. Okay, so long story short, I played in Malawi for so long as a DJ, so I had to go to another country because I kind of got bored. I did everything. I played with everything. I'm talking about DJ equipment. And then from there, I went to Pioneer DJ Academy in SA. I was in Cape Town for 13 years. Came back, trying to bring something new to the game. So when I was in high school, that was around 2000. When I was in high school, I used to be so much into music. We had a rap group actually back in the day. Me and my friends, we had a group. We used to do music. Then fast forward.
What is the name of the rap group?
It's called.
Was called
Boss Boy.
Post Boy.
Boss Boy.
Boss Boy.
Yeah.
Boss Baby?
Boss Boy, not baby. We were boys, not babies. We were boys, high school boys. Then after that, I met a friend of mine who's my best friend. His name is DJ Famous. He's still in South Africa. He still does DJing. So he got into the DJing game way before I actually started. So he used to take me to all these gigs and stuff. So I had an interest with the DJing. So sometimes when he runs up to the bathroom, he's like, dude, just press this button over here, and then with this song, you see this. So
we towards the end, reverb it into the next one.
Yeah, okay. You just press this button, you put this fader up, and then I saw, okay, the crowd is going wild. I'm like, okay, this is nice. Because it's a good feeling, you're making people feel good.
When they're responding to your vibe.
Yes,
whatever you're doing, they're responding.
Yes, so the next time I keep watching, I'm like, okay, dude, can I maybe try to play for maybe 30 minutes or so? He's like, dude, come on, you don't even know how to DJ. So he was there with me, and then the whole time, I'm changing this, I'm changing that. So I got into the DJ game. I accidentally got into the DJ game. So this is one thing, but he was a cheeky bugger. He was a very cheeky bugger.
Why? He would just leave you to play for 10 minutes and run off?
No, then I started playing his whole sets, and I don't even get paid.
That's not so cheeky, that's being smart.
You see, because
he's a smart bugger.
Because this guy is so interested about with DJing. Because, okay, for me, it was about the music, but then, it came with its perks. So maybe I was really after the perks.
The girls, you mean? It came with the girls?
Yeah, I mean, I was in high school. I mean, when you're in high school, most boys only think about the girls. Most of them, I should say, the majority. So then from there, I got recognition from other promoters. Because when they'll come to the clubs and say, okay, who's that guy that's playing? Yeah, because he totally stopped playing. Is it? But he's still getting paid. So now people are like, who's that guy? And then I got a call that guy, dude, you should come and play. I saw a venue. So there was a venue called, what is this called? Cactus. There was a venue called in Atlanta. There was a venue called Cactus. So I got a gig there. One night I said, okay, come and do a tryout. I did the tryout. I'm still in high school. Right? I'm actually finishing high school. Yeah. So they liked how I jumped. Like, okay, cool. You're good. This is how much we can pay you if you can maybe come here on the Saturdays. Okay, that started. Then I told him, oh, dude, I got a gig. This. Dude, then who's gonna be playing here with me?
Exactly.
So he started getting lazy, and then as time went by, then I went to college. I was still DJing at that time, but then let me go back to high school. How the name DJ Boo came about.
I was wondering. So off mic, because we're around the Halloween area. I thought it was DJ Boo. He's a ghost.
Oh, like Boo.
But no, he's like DJ Mabu, Mr. Casanova Loverboy, ne? He's the guy who takes your girlfriends when they go out. They're going, oh, honey, I'm gonna go out with some friends. Not where there's DJ Boo.
R. Kelly did a song. I'm a flirt. You must go listen to the lyrics of that song. Then
He was describing
you understand where it came from. Okay, so my older brother, he had a girlfriend. So the girlfriend, they're not together anymore now. She used to call me Baby Boo. Because she was, oh, your little brother is so cute, what. So it started, that was in the year 2000. So every time she comes over, oh, Baby Boo, where's Baby Boo? Baby Boo, say hi to Baby Boo. So back in high school, I had all my folders in the IT room labeled Baby Boo. So everybody had their own names, John, Chris, Nicholas. So I had mine Baby Boo as just a nickname. So people started asking, this folder, Baby Boo, who is it? And then like, okay, it's Tony. So I'm like, oh, okay, dude, all right. So people just started calling me Boo. They were not using the baby. People just they just shortened it to Boo.
I mean, there's no baby that has a beard, but yeah.
Then
Boo has a beard.
Coincidentally, Usher and Alicia Keys' My Boo came out.
Yeah, my boo.
Yeah, it's just like crazy. Like in high school now, all the girls are just calling me Boo.
He was the Boo.
Boo, you know. So
what would you define as your style of DJing? What kind of music are you comfortable DJing? Okay, mixing it up, like what kind?
I could say for me, I used to be so much into, I'm still into it, but like I was more, my expertise were in old school R&B, like sexy R&B,
like 90s.
Yes, 90s. You've got the Jodeci's, those guys. You've got Genuines and them. Back in the day. So for right now, because you also have to be moving with the trend. So I mostly do, not Amapiano, but Afro beats mashups. Yeah, so I like to mash up. I do my own remixes.
All right. So you're saying Afro beats, a bit of piano, because Afro beats now have crossed over to piano. So
yes.
So basically, you mix a bit of Afro beats, a bit of piano, because last night. Granted, I wasn't there on the floor to like witness it live, but I was lying down. I was resting in a tent nearby.
Yes.
And of course, I could hear the music. I could see how you were mashing it up, putting it together. And I thought to myself, like, okay, that person is intentional. You're not doing it by accident in the spur of the moment. The way they like to make DJs look like, okay, right now I'm gonna mix it just here.
Yeah, the thing is just touching knobs and pressing buttons.
Yeah, which you don't really do. How did you move from helping out your DJ friends to UMP Festival in Malawi? Like I know you're Malawian, but there's a transition that has to happen because you still rocked it last night.
Thank you.
How did DJ Boo become that DJ Boo?
Okay, so he transitioned from the club. Then I got an opportunity to work for, it was one of the biggest radio stations in Malawi. It was the biggest youth radio station, Power.1 FM. So I had a friend of mine who was a DJ who worked there. Then he used to say, oh dude, because when I'm at the club, I'm on the mic, because I use the mic sometimes, like for birthday shout outs.
You can talk into it, yeah.
Yeah, so then he heard my voice like, dude, they could take you at Power.1. I'm like, what you mean?
You with a DJ voice, the radio voice.
The radio voice. So I was like, dude, come on, that's not for me. I'm not a radio guy. Like, nah, man, just come through. So he ambushed me one day. One day I went to go visit him at work. It can even just be a minute. Just pretend you're doing a show, introducing a program, do your intro, and then you play a song, and then you come back. Okay, welcome back to the show. Whatever. So I just did like a quick thing. I wasn't even serious about it, to the point I even gave them my mom's phone number when I left Power 101, because they said, okay, we'll give you a call maybe in a week. If you make the
they
cut.
always make it sound like. Did they call you in a week or less or more?
They called me in less than a week, but they phoned my mom. So then she phoned me like, Power 101 phone today. They say you're supposed to go there tomorrow to meet Jane. I'm like, what? How?
Nice.
How? I mean,
how long did you work there?
I didn't even want this. So at Power 101, I worked there for 5 years.
Oh, nice. Doing the drive time show?
Yes, the drive time show. At the drive time show, I had the listeners chart. So it was a top 10. It was sponsored by Fanta. Then I had another program called it was Crash Group. So it was like a late night thing, around 9 o'clock to midnight. So it's basically you play the jams that people want to hear before they go to bed. It's not slow jams. It's not like it's love songs, but it's like you've had a long day, or you've had a long day at work or school. So yes, get you into that vibe for the evening.
Let's go straight.
Yellow, yellow, back again, and we are in Malawi, like I said earlier, at Cape Maclear. And I am very excited to sit with a lady who's next to me. Her name is Anesi. She will introduce herself, but I have some very pointy questions. So, Anesi, your name is Greek. Is it?
Yes.
And then it's an interpretation of the word comfort.
Yes, it is.
And comfort is your actual name.
Yes.
But we're using Anesi.
Yes.
Please, what's going on there?
Well, growing up as an artist, I mean, the name is something very crucial because it comes with a lot of energies, and you have to be intentional with the name you bear, you carry. And I started off with having comfort music. And it was a
Comfort music sounds nice.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
It's comfort music. I'm depressed.
Yeah.
There's a lady who's playing with the camera in the back and we're not comfortable.
Of course.
Then we become comfortable.
Yeah, it's a bit like tailored to like a specific, thing, right? So, I wanted a name that would amplify my expression, right, in as much diverse way that it can go, because I am an output of an expression, and that is how I want my music and everything I have around me go. And comfort music wasn't really giving it because of that reason.
I see. It was limiting.
Yeah, and and the name is very important. You have to be intentional, But I mean, I was patient with myself, and after comfort music, I then transcended. I was like, let me try translating comfort to some other language and see what it comes up with. But because I wanted to bear myself, right? But I didn't want it to bear something else, because I don't like to do stuff tailored to marketing and all of that. I want to, something that would represent me. Right, and that would in all angles, and I then started translating it to a lot of other
languages.
Other languages. It was
what did you try? What else did you try? So there's Greek now. What was there before?
Well,
what did you try?
Well, I kind of tried African. Tried French. It was sounding so fucking weird, but I then tried Greek, and I had Avian.
Avian is nice, eh?
Yeah. So, but the thing
sounds male.
Yeah, but the thing about that was I translated comfort to Greek, and the translated version of it was showing me Avian as the first bold text. Then underneath the Avian was then Anesi. So the Avian was kind of like the English spelling of the Anesi. I don't know if you get me. So, it was pronounced as Anesi, Anesi. That was how it sounded. That's how the Google translated voice sounded, But then I started bearing Avian Coco, and it was cool. It kind of also gave me like a tailored personality, I was more of that groovy patois, sound, and I did a lot of Afro songs, Afrobeat, and it was cool. But it was still very much tailored, and I kind of after like a year, 2 years, I kind of transcended from that phase. And and I also went through a lot of some experiences, and that I was like, look, I want to have a change of
industry.
Personally, my love life, and also in the music industry. But like, it was more of like my love life that I had some very experiences that really just made me. I was like, look, I want to have a change of name, and that propelled me, and I really didn't figure it out. It was one of my friends that was like, oh yeah, I mean, look at Anesi underneath Avian, you can try that out. And I'm like, oh, that was the name I was waiting for all along. And ever since I started bearing Anesi, everything, every energy that I needed into manifestation really started coming into place. And I felt like, that was the name I had wanted. I've been waiting for all years, and that was how I literally, it was a journey for me, and that was how I came up about the name Anesi.
And then we can, kind of think that Anesi got you out here then in Malawi.
Of course.
All right, so what kind of music do you do? So you mentioned patois, a little Afro beats in there. Is that what you still do?
Well, like I said, I am more of like an expressional artist. My music is an expression of who I am, the experiences I've been through, and the reflection of other people's experiences in a way or. And so I don't know how to really categorize my music in a specified genre, because I do a lot of stuff, right?
Different styles?
Yeah, I do rock, pop, hip hop, country music, like R&B, patois, like
Yeah, for
crazy, and like it's just I'm more of like an expression. Like I make music, right? I create sounds, right?
Would you say that you're multi-talented like that?
Well, if that's what you call it.
You're still on a journey to finally conclude or
Yes.
decide what's your actual vibe.
Yeah, but I'm still on a journey because I mean we get to learn ourselves every day
as we grow,
and
for
I
sure.
am very much open-minded to that. But for now, so far, what I consider my music as is a means of is a piece of expression, right? So each music has an expression, has an identity, has an energy that has a message that it's passing. So like it's very hard for me to really categorize it on like a genre, but I'm still open-minded. I mean, if there's that genre that I'm still yet to discover, I mean, why not?
Why not? You can create your own genre as well, right? Like for the hell of it, why not?
Why not? Maybe create like a genre for diversity. Because I think if I want to create a genre, that it's gonna definitely be for diversity. Because I'm more of all about that.
How did you find yourself at this festival? Did they invite you? Did you have a PR guy who how?
Well,
how did you move from Nigeria? From Nigeria, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How did it happen? Nigeria to Malawi.
Okay. Well, let me start from how I found the festival first. So I found it on social media. And it was my manager. She just like found it online. Oh yeah, let's try it out. Oh yeah, let's apply. And we just applied for it. It was way back around February-ish. That was when we found the opportunity. It was really early, and we applied, and boom, we got a mail. And I was like, cool. Like okay, cool. And we were like, okay, cool. We were trying to figure out every other thing we need to have in place to make it work while we were focused on other business transactions and all.
Obviously, yeah,
and the more it started getting closer, the more I started having to get to reality consciousness. Like, oh look, I have a trip and I have to fund it. how do we make this work? And so I'm an NFT artist and I've been in the Web3 space for a year plus. And so I have a community that I've been building for a year, around my whole, basically around my music, on a peer-to-peer level. And one of the ways that I, really got to head into Malawi was I created an NFT, and it's still very much available. So it's Anesi Life Event Pass.
Say that one more time slower. Let's check out this NFT. Support it if you can. What is it again?
Anesi Lifetime Event Pass. So now what this NFT does, it grants you the lifetime access to all of my live performances, both the physical and the virtual events, and starting with the UMP Festival. And that was one of the ways that I use it as a means of fundraising, and also as a means to create a means for a personal interaction with me and the people that really support my music. And for years I've really been finding that way to really incentivize, not in a way to say, oh yeah, I want to incentivize you guys, but I want to really show that, oh look, I care that you support my music, and I want to even make it easier for you, right? And to get that personalized experience with me, and be a part of my journey. And that's basically the whole thing we went around. And also,
that sounds like a brilliant idea. Sounds like a great way of doing it. Would you agree, Mr. Cameraman? Have you heard how she's working it out? Sounds really interesting.
Thank you.
So how do we show support? We go online, find the NFT.
Oh right, so I have the link. I'll share the link with you or anywhere.
Down in the description.
Down in the description, of course. Of course. So that's how you're gonna get the NFT. And so basically, having the NFT is also gonna have you the access to all the performances that I have firsthand, dropped to you. And also I'm also working on my upcoming project, the EP, The Glance. And actually the songs that I'm going to be performing in the UMP Festival are actually exclusively the songs that I intend on releasing as
an EP.
As an EP.
Oh,
and
really?
Also, so when that EP is out, the collectors of the NFTs are also going to be the first set of people that are going to have those access to that. So it just gives you a lot of access to a lot of perks, on a very personal level, and that's just pretty much what it does. And it's just I listed it for 0.02 Ethereum, and it's just two. It's available for just two. Yeah, only.
So which means only. So no cash payment, no bank transfer.
Well, I mean,
it's
on the blockchain.
Yeah,
it's
on
an
the blockchain.
NFT, obviously.
Well, for sure.
But
Do you have like a buy me a coffee or like a Patreon, any other way in which you can support me?
Okay, well, I can create one.
It would be good.
It would be good. I can create
Give us
one.
some options. Yeah.
Yes, I would do that. Thank you for that. I would look into it and try to create one. But at the moment, the only one that is available is just the NFT means of payments. But I can create like a GoFundMe account or something like just.
Well, not
for
necessarily
support.
GoFundMe, but like a Patreon account. So a Patreon account which we have, Nugget Junction. Check out our Patreon for some paid content. It's completely better than my OnlyFans account.
Wow, you have an OnlyFans?
Yeah,
I mean,
that
yeah, right.
it deserves some silence. I don't have an OnlyFans.
Okay, great.
I have Patreon.
Can we not talk about it?
I mean, it's access.
That was the app I was trying to remember.
Reflect light from within. I am the dream reimagined. I am the sound before the storm. I am the vision before the blink. I am the glance.
On this sacred aim, keeping it the same.
She got eyes, pretty as sunrise at a good day. That coat body borrowed the cute waist. Nighttime silhouette body with the lace. Tastes so good, man, I clean out the plate. Private dinner, the tone for the day. Free hotel cause the flight got delayed, the airline paid. Besides all that, I'm self-made. Yeah, we design it the way that we move. No prima donna, just get in the groove. Dance, I said, yeah, we design it the way that we move. No prima donna, just get in the groove. Dance, dance, bounce, bounce. We're in and you know it. Hey, hey, bounce, bounce. Picture me rolling, picture me rolling. If there's a big party next door, this is the warm-up. To really do an Afrobeat dance, you gotta learn from the owners. It's like we gave it to the world and we don't own it, to be honest. We built empire, now they're on our Russell red carpets. Hey, y'all know the rules, they couldn't even explain it in a movie. I always loved James Bond, but now I need a black one to move me. When it comes to the dance floor, man, I just move, I'm not choosy. Any irrational self-importance, a good way to lose me. Came from the bottom and raised up the bar. Never played an album by James the Barge. All I know is that man once had Janet. Hey, came from the bottom and raised up the bar. Never played an album by James the Barge. All I know is that nigga once had Janet.